Before one can cover the subject of why people immigrate to Sheffield, one must consider why people migrate in the first place. Migration is largely based on numerous factors, both positive and negative, known as push and pull. Push factors tend to be perceived as negative regarding the nation people emigrate from, such as low-paying economies, political persecution, and possibly environmental issues such as natural disasters or pollution, etc. Pull factors are typically perceived as positive regarding where the people migrate to. They are typically economic or social, meaning people tend to come with the intention of bettering their lives. Essentially, in most cases, a combination of both push and pull factors account for why people migrate. The exact location where people migrate to is usually less of an issue as to the want to migrate in the first place. As to why people migrate to Sheffield, the question that should be asked is why people stay and what pull factors keep people here.
Sheffield was an industrial city up until the 1980s, and thus there was an influx of migrant workers, mainly for the steel industry. This drew in workers not only from the UK but from worldwide. Although the steel industry has declined, a lot of people have remained because they've set down family and community links here. This has resulted in tight concentrations of immigrants in areas such as Sharrow, Burngreave and Darnall, which are attractive mainly because they've got cheap housing. For example, the Somalian community came to Sheffield in the 1930s to fill labour gaps, but when civil war broke out there in the 1980s, a lot more people came over because they already had families based here.
More recently, the driving force of immigration has shifted from an economic background to people seeking asylum. Sheffield was the first city of sanctuary in the UK. This scheme aims to provide a hospitable and welcoming environment to refugees. Sheffield was described by a resident as a sanctuary when I needed one in the A Letter to Sheffield project. There are many things that make Sheffield attractive to immigrants. According to Runnymede 2012, around 17% of Sheffield's residents are from an ethnic minority background.
Students asked about their decision to study in Sheffield said that it was an eco-friendly city with an abundance of green space. Quoted in the A Letter to Sheffield project, Sheffield has a combination of bustling city life and a wonderful Peak District. The residents stated that you can escape the city in 20 minutes and walk in the peaks, but you don't have to because there's a park every 5 minutes. Another strong pull factor to Sheffield is the university's strong academic reputation. Sheffield is popular amongst many Middle Eastern medicine and engineering students. We were lucky enough to have an international student in our group, so we took the time to question him about his experience of Sheffield. We hope you enjoy it.
Firstly, what course are you doing?
I'm doing accounting and financial management.
Where is your home country?
I live in Mauritius, which is in the Indian Ocean.
Did you get any offers from other unis apart from Sheffield?
I got offer in Kent, Loughborough, Southampton and Manchester.
Why did you choose Sheffield?
I mean, Sheffield tuition fee is cheaper and the cost of living is cheaper.
What was the prices at Sheffield?
The tuition fee was like 13,000.
And at other universities?
At Manchester it was 18,000.
Do you have any family members?
Yeah, I got family in Blackpool, so which is quite near from Sheffield.
Did that play a big part of why you came to Sheffield?
Yeah.
Have your friends studied abroad too?
Yeah, actually I got one friend who was in the same school as me.
Is that a normal thing to do in Mauritius?
Yeah, it's quite often.
What has been your biggest culture shock since you arrived?
All the people are nice and very polite.
And finally, what is your favourite thing about Sheffield?
Sheffield is a nice city to live and we can walk safe at night.
Okay, thank you, Warren.
Thanks.
la la. Thank you, that's fine, you can stop.
Practice tend to be perceived. Oh, stop smiling!
A wonderful Peak District.
Warren?
Yeah.